Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers, this is your host Ram welcoming you to the cricket show, Cricket Happenings. Yes, it's going to be a weekly roundup today, but before I do the weekly roundup, let me tell you that the Tri-Series in Bangladesh is on September the 24th. Bangladesh will be taking on Afghanistan in the Tri-Series final. But today it was a sort of a dress rehearsal that happened between Bangladesh and Afghanistan. This was the last game of the Tri-Series, the preliminary stages, one could say, with the finals coming on 24th of December, with Zimbabwe already being knocked out. But Zimbabwe, as you know, yesterday I was not on air here, but Zimbabwe gave their captain Hamilton Masakadza a wonderful farewell, as they had never won against Afghanistan in their T20 history, but that happened yesterday with Masakadza himself leading the way. Chris Pofu was the best bowler with 4 wickets for 30 runs. And today, a similar thing happened, but with a difference. It was Bangladesh, I believe since the year 2014, they have not won a single T20 match against Afghanistan, but it happened today in a non-consequential game where Bangladesh won the match by 4 wickets. So what I'm going to do is I'll first look at this particular match, and then we will go through some cricket roundup. Also, please remember that tomorrow we have a match coming up. This is the final T20 match. India are 1-0 in the series, in this 3-match T20 series. So South Africa get one last gasp, probably I could say an opportunity to go and square the T20 series against India. So tomorrow India take on South Africa in Bengaluru. The other thing that I can talk about is that it's Worcestershire taking on Derbyshire in the Vitality Blast T20 final. Essex have made it to the finals of the T20 Vitality Blast in the United Kingdom, with Worcestershire taking on Essex in the final of the Vitality T20 Blast. Also, I can just give you a small cricket update, which is coming in from the Caribbean Premier League. As I'm talking to you, the Zooks are actually 85 for 3 after 10 overs. Right now, the strategic timeout, they're taking on the Trinbago Knight Riders. But Afghanistan and Bangladesh, let's speak about that match. So Afghanistan started, as you know, it was a similar tale to what happened in the match. So Afghanistan definitely needs to guard against this. As you would remember, against Zimbabwe, it was a similar story. It was a nice partnership from the openers Rahmanullah Gurbaz and Hazratullah Zazai. The other day, I mean, it was very identical if you see it. 9.3 overs against against Zimbabwe. They were 83 on the board. But here, the only subtle difference happened to be that they had 75 on the board in 9.3 overs. With Gurbaz, as you know, he has really proved himself. He's done his wicket keeping well. I thought this bloke, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, as an Afghanistan opener, possessing a lot of potential because he has a good strike rate. He likes to hit the ball, and especially what I'm impressed with Rahmanullah Gurbaz is he has even swatted reverse swatted spinners for sixes. So that really says what amount of power he generates once he connects the bat to the ball, and that is really good to see. So Rahmanullah Gurbaz made 29 of 27 with 2 4s and 2 6s, and Hazratullah Zazai really getting into slowly trying to get into some good form here, as he made a knock of 47 of 35 deliveries, which included 6 4s and 2 6s. So this was a similar tale against Zimbabwe as well, where they went off like a train, and they were going with all guns booming. But later on, there was a real spanner in the works when Chris Pofu, the Zimbabwean bowler stopped them. And similar thing happened today. It was the Bangladeshi bowlers really coming to the fore after that partnership. 175 for 1. After that, it was a real clatter of wickets. In fact, all the other players, one would probably think that the Afghanistan players were trying to keep up the same tempo that Gurbaz and Zazai had made. But in the process, one would not read much into it, because we know that it was a non-consequential game. Asghar Afghan was out for naught. Najmullah Zadran was out to a superb Yorker. Now, Mohammad Saifuddin the other day, as you remember, bowled a superb leg cutter, and today bowled a fantastic Yorker to actually dismiss Najmullah Zadran. There was real pace in the delivery, and as I said, it was just one thing. You miss, I hit, and that's what precisely happened. So Zadran was gone. Nabi was LBW. Now Shakib Al Hasan definitely fooled Mohammad Nabi by throwing that delivery. It was off, and just a sort of a flick shot. Nabi missed and is gone. Gulbuddin Naib was run out for 1. A wonderful effort from Mahmudullah, who really swooped onto the ball and came skating to the stumps and gave the ball to Mushfiqur Rahim, who took off the bails. Shafiqullah showed some little power in his stroke making, as he was not out on 23 of 17, 2 fours and 1 6. Janat was out for 3. Rashid Khan waved his bat, or probably swung his bat, for 11 of 13 deliveries, 138 for 7. So the Bangladeshi bowlers doing a very good job of stopping the Afghanistan innings. After 75 for 1 to make only 138 was not a good effort from Afghanistan for sure. Saifuddin 4 overs 1 for 23 looks to be really improving, his pace, his length is getting better, so that's good news for Bangladesh according to me. Shafiul Islam 4 overs 1 for 24, Shakib Al Hasan did his part, 4 overs 1 for 24, Mahmudullah 1 over none for 16 was slammed, especially by Gurbaz and Zazai. Mustafiz Rahman 3 overs 1 for 31 really needs to pick up. Mushfiqur Hussain 1 over for 10, and Afif Hussain was somewhat of a surprise packet as he picked up 2 wickets, and he picked up those wickets at a very crucial stage. He picked up Zazai's wicket. It was a top edge. Asghar Afghan fell to a part-time bowler, Afif Hussain, as he wanted to hit the big 6, but he did not get the elevation right, and he was a goner. So there was 138 for 7, never looking a good score. And for Bangladesh, the start was not good. The aggressive openers Liton Das and Shanto were packed to the pavilion pretty quickly. Mujibur Rahman picking up Liton Das as Liton Das tried to aim a shot, aerial shot, and Asghar Afghan held the catch. He was gone for 4. Najmul Hussain Shanto tried to go over the top. He was caught by Rashid Khan of Naveenul Haq, who was got his maiden T20 wicket. He was making his T20 debut, and he looked impressive, let me tell you. Naveenul Haq in his very first T20 international. And then Mushfiqur Rahim, he had just hit a 6, and then he tried 1 too many. Karim Janat getting him as Mushfiqur Rahim was out, caught at the fence. Mahmudullah perished early. He was LBW by Rashid Khan. Suddenly the Afghanistan bowlers started getting into the act. And the Bangladesh innings was into a wobble as Sabbir Rahman was dispatched for 1 and Afif Hussain, and definitely but the sole grace was the Bangladesh captain Shakib Al Hasan at the crease, and we all know what a wonderful player he is, and he showed it today by keeping his goal. He got some very good company from Mushfiqur Hussain, who hit 19 of 12 deliveries with 1-4. He was unbeaten, but Shakib Al Hasan was the one who nurtured the Bangladesh innings to a victory, not out on 70 of 45 balls, 8-4-1-6. And Bangladesh will definitely take it. As I said, they had never won a T20 match since the year 2014 against Afghanistan, and so definitely they would definitely take it. So, but Mujibur Rahman bowled superbly, 4 overs 1 for 19. He would be a sort of a vital cog for them going into the finals on September the 24th. Naveenul Haq, as I said, very impressive maiden T20 debut, 4 overs 2 for 20. Does not have much of pace. He relies on perfect line and length. Karim Janat 3 overs 1 for 31. Has not been Karim Janat has been a bit odd. I've seen him bowl in the last 2 matches. He has not been able to really get the bowling going. Gulbuddin Naik 2016, Nabi 2024, Rashid Khan. In fact, there was an over in which Rashid Khan was hit for 16 runs by both Shakib Ul Hasan and Mostaq Hussain, and that really made things easy in the end for Bangladesh to secure victory. So that is as far as Bangladesh versus Afghanistan. As I said, Bangladesh getting their first ever victory since the year 2014, and both the teams of Bangladesh and Afghanistan go into the finals of the Tri-Series T20 Tri-Series finals again, it will be on September the 24th. It's going to be played at Mirpur. It's going to be a different ball game altogether. The pitch will be a bit different, as Shakib Al Hasan said in his post-match press conference, that they have to really adapt to it. So I think we are in for a really cracker of a contest between Bangladesh and Afghanistan in the T20 Tri-Series final, which is coming up on September the 24th. So that is as far as that is concerned. Now, as I told you, the other match which is coming up, the international match that is coming up, is India is taking on South Africa. That is tomorrow or today probably for people. So basically, India and South Africa play in the final T20 match, which takes place at Bangalore. Let me tell you, India won the second T20 match. As you know, it was a roller coaster ride. Virat Kohli really shining like a beacon there, no doubt about it. Rishabh Pant was once again a failure, so that really puts a lot of focus on Rishabh Pant, whether Rishabh Pant tomorrow would be a person who would be in the team, or whether Shreyas Iyer would pip him to the post. So that would be very interesting to see as to what is the team composition. Other than that, Shikhar Dhawan could not really get going much. Other than that, the bowling has been, Washington Sundar has been doing a good job of coming in as a bowler. So that was really good to see. So Washington Sundar, the Raida Mafia, has been doing a good job for India. Deepak Chahar is someone who would be definitely in focus. He has already shown in his outing that how good a bowler he is by swinging the ball at some good pace. So as far as as I said, the only thing that one is looking out for is whether Rishabh Pant keeps his place, or he's going to cede his place to probably another player. So that would be interesting to see as to what they are up to. But I believe that Rishabh Pant would still play, because I feel Rishabh Pant to me is a certainty for the T20. I would definitely love to see Rishabh Pant in the T20 World Cup in Australia for sure. I would say Rishabh Pant in T20 is a must for India. He is someone who should be in the side. I know that he's not able to, he has been under a lot of focus as far as that, but I think T20 is something which really suits Rishabh Pant to a T. It's just a matter of him, I think, hitting his straps, I reckon. But he has to be a bit mindful of selection of strokes. As far as South Africa are concerned, well, they are under the new captain, Quinton de Kock, Reza Hendricks, Rassie van der Dussen and Themba Bavuma are one who are compact players, but David Miller would be expected to deliver something, because the experience here centers around Quinton de Kock and David Miller, who should be doing the bulk of the scoring. The bowling, well, as I said, we know Andrew Felikwayo is a very good all-rounder. Dwayne Pretorius can bowl well. Kagiso Rabado is the leader of the pack, but Junior Dalla probably getting his first chance to bowl in Indian conditions. John Fortune was the left-arm spinner. He still took a wicket, as you would remember. So definitely there's a lot to look forward to. Other than that, let me see what I can share with you as far as cricket goes. So as far as cricket goes, one thing I can tell you, the T20 we call it the T20 Vitality Blast, which happened, the real reason I'm talking about is that Worcestershire actually lost to Essex by 4 wickets at Birmingham, where it was a last ball thriller that happened. Simon Harmer was the one who was the architect there, who saw to it that Essex actually clinched it. It was a real last ball thriller. I wouldn't be able to go into the details. And the other match that happened was between Derbyshire. I really rest it here. The second semi-final was Essex versus Derbyshire, where Essex won the match by 34 runs, and they went on to the finals of the Vitality T20 Blast. The second, I think they're doing it for the second time. Simon Harmer, the off spinner, and Niger, left arm spinner, did a good job to take Essex to the T20 final. Worcestershire versus Nottinghamshire. Worcestershire winning the match by 1 run. Now this was the 1-run thriller that happened, where suddenly one thought that where things were under control with a modest score being chased, one would have definitely reckoned that Worcestershire, Notts would have actually gone ahead, but the reverse happened. Worcestershire actually won the last ball thriller and booked a place for themselves in the final against Derbyshire in the T20, against Essex, my pardon there, Essex. So it's a finals. I do have some news for you, dear friends and subscribers. This is magnificent. The Vitality Blast T20 finals is already done and dusted here. As I am talking to you, Essex are the new Vitality T20 Blast champions in England for the year 2019. Oh, tremendous. That's tremendous stuff, one could say. And it's all over. Essex have actually won the match by 4 wickets. So Essex are the newly crowned champions of the Vitality T20 Blast finals, which happened today. So Worcestershire making 145 for 9. Just having a look at the brief scores there. 31 coming from Wessels. Moeen Ali making 32 of 26 with 3 fours and 2 sixes. Other than that, the bowling, Simon Harmer 3 wickets, and Niger could not take, but Bopara went into the wickets column with 2, and David Lawrence taking 2 for 26. Essex chasing 145 for 9, finished off at 148 for 6 of their 20 overs. Westley dominated with 36 of 31 at the top of the order. Lawrence slamming 23 of 18 with 1 4 and 1 6. But Bopara was the one who took them to victory with a cool head, unbeaten 36 of 22, 2 fours, 2 sixes, game over. As I said, Essex winning the Vitality T20 Blast competition here in England. So congratulations to Essex. 2 for 20 for Moeen Ali, 1 for 28 Brown, Wayne Parnell 2 for 34, 1 for 12 Darrell Mitchell. Simon Harmer was named man of the match. So that is as far as the Vitality T20 Blast goes in the United Kingdom. Other than that, I'm trying to see, and also let's talk about, what a final we had. It was a last ball thriller where Simon Harmer, let's see what really transpired. Let's have a listen as to what really transpired in the last ball. So let's have a look and see what exactly transpired. So it was the final over, and in the final over there were 10 runs taken. There were 2 runs to win from the final ball in the final. Wayne Parnell was the bowler, and Harmer hitting it as straight, basically hitting the ball straight as an arrow over the bowler's head for 4 to bring an end to proceedings, and helping Essex win the Vitality T20 Blast here in the year 2019 in the United Kingdom. So that is as far as that news is concerned. Other than that, I do see some news coming in from Pakistan. Pakistan, as you know, Sri Lanka would be touring Pakistan, so Pakistan would be getting the taste of international cricket, of a team coming there after quite a long time. Just some cricket news. Jofra Archer has got an ECB, all-format ECB contract, and this is something which was expected, and why not? Jofra Archer deserves it all the way, no doubt about it. I can give you some news coming in from Pakistan. We are talking about the one-day squad that has been announced. As you know, the former Pakistan captain Misbah-ul Haq is along with the former pace bowler Waqar Yunus as far as is the coach of the team, and Misbah-ul Haq, as you know, is the coach of the team as well. So both have picked up a team where they have decided to bring back Iftikhar Ahmed, who has been doing very well in the Pakistan domestic circuit. Mohammad Rizwan is back into business. Mohammad Rizwan, I've always been impressed when I've seen him play some wonderful innings against England in the very closely contested one-day international series that happened in England, I reckon. And also Mohammad Nawaz, the right-arm off-spinning all-rounder, also finds a place. So, and as you know, the think tank of Pakistan cricket happens to be in good hands, according to me, with former Pakistan captain Misbah ul Haq and former ace-pace bowler Waqar Yunus holding the reins. Well, dear fans and subscribers, unfortunately, it's about time for me to pull the curtain down on this cricket show for today. Hope you all really enjoyed it, and definitely congratulations. I'm going to end this cricket conversation by congratulating the Essex team for winning the Vitality T20 Blast competition in the United Kingdom. This being said, it's your host Ram bidding you all a very good night.